Welcome to Straight from the Muzzle, folks, where we are anything but straight. My name is Space.
And I'm Paradox.
And we welcome you to our episode, which is what today?
Oh, man, we're talking about weird stuff and things that happen at FurCons or in conventions in general.
Just specifically that.
Specifically that.
There's like this age-old post on Twitter that people do every once in a while that say like, shit that furries do in the fandom.
You swore.
Whatever. It's my first. We get 2 swears. I think I'm upgrading us already. We're only, what, 9? No, maybe like 10. I don't know. We're already a minute into the episode, and I've already upgraded us up to 2 swears. You still get 2. I only get 1 left.
Yep.
But like, it's just the things that furries say. And this is kind of like the things that you see furries really do at furry cons and, you know, also at regular cons as well. So before we get to that, we have some emails that we're going to be going over. We're going to try to remember to do this, but every episode that we record, we're going to try to read emails, the most current ones that are in our email box. That way they don't sit there for months and I forget to reply back. So this is considered me or us returning the email. And of course, I'll put a link in there and say, we answered your email, blah, blah, blah. So not saying that like your emails, it's just me going, you know, whatevs. So our first email comes from, actually, you know, I didn't really proofread this, so I probably should find out what their name is.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, I see it. Okay, so this comes from Tier Wolf. Hello, first-time listener. I wanted to say hi, and I enjoyed your show and your energy. I'll definitely be listening in more. My name is Tier Wolf. I am a new Twitch streamer, Tier Wolf Gaming. I'm also a furry artist and working on building my own fursuit head. Kudos.
Nice.
I think everyone should make at least some sort of fursuit part so you know what the struggle feels like.
I mean, I'm trying.
I tried to make fursuit feet paws back when we did for media, and it was hard. It took me like, I think I was up one night. I started during the day because I had 2 days off in a row. Because I had like, the job that I was at, I had like really weird hours where that instead of getting like a weekend off, because I worked at a grocery store, you got the days off that they gave you. So typically there were 2 days off in the middle of the week. So I started at like noon one day, and then I ended up going into about 4:00 in the morning into the next day, finishing these up. And I'm like, I'm not wearing these at a con. I don't care if I said I'm going to wear them. I'm not wearing these.
Oh, no.
It's just, it was so painstaking, and I don't think I did it right. I mean, the construction of it looked good, but I don't know. It was hard. Something I will never do again.
It's not for everybody. I did try my hand at, it wasn't like fursuit making, but it kind of was. I basically made a fawn costume.
That works.
Like, you know, like the half, you know, goat/deer, like whatever half
I
person.
consider it like cosplaying.
Yeah, so I made that for Halloween one year, and it didn't turn out too bad. Like, the legs were digigrade and everything.
Yeah.
And I made, like, the hooved feet and stuff. And, like, I'll tell you what, that was really hard. Would I do it again? Probably. I mean, I have better/newer ways to go, like, about it and tackling the situation. And I think I do better at it this time. But it definitely is really hard and not for everybody.
It is. I've been seeing a lot of, like, fursuit videos of people making, like, fawn, deer-esque fursuits. And what kills me, and everything looks great except for the very bottom where your feet go in. And I'm seeing a lot of these where they have just the hoof and then the foot is extended from that hoof. And the only thing that supports them is the shoe that you're basically high tippy-toeing with no support.
Yeah.
Or there was this one chick's like, I consulted an orthopedist and I consulted a doctor, and then they said this would be the best way. And it was just like, I think a steel shank, but there was no way to really like keep yourself balanced. And I mean, in the end, it's not just holding your feet at that angle. It's your whole body's on that weight. It's going to do so much destruction to like your knees, your legs, your hips,
your ankles.
I don't think people think about it. I really don't.
That makes sense. I know what you're talking about too. I know that, I think they're called chaos costumes or something. I can't remember what they're called, but they make a lot of those. They're basically high heels without the heel part.
Yeah. And so
like, that's what it is. And like,
the whole point of the heel is to support that particular type of arch. You take that away, you're looking at an accident waiting to happen. I mean, you're going to trip and fall. Like,
yeah,
it's hard to step in those.
That's why a lot of people, when they do that type of like
Hooves.
hoof like
They do
design.
it as a fursuit foot paw, kind of like.
That, but like if they're doing that like high heel look, they usually have like a walking stick with them.
Oh, okay. I can
Or they
see
make
that.
it into like a staff of some sort. That's what a lot of people do. But hey, I mean, if you're, I don't know, well balanced and don't trip and die.
I personally wouldn't support it, but if that's what you want to do, that's your body. You can go and mess it up. It's totally on you. And I'm sure people will be like, I do this all the time. It's not a big deal. Well, wait 20 years. It'll be a big deal then. They also said that they're a Star Wars cosplayer too.
Ooh.
Been in the fandom since 2008. Nice. I'd like to show off some of my art and show off my fursona, who's been my Sona since I started the fandom.
Nice.
Anyways, I hope you guys do well. I'm not been to a FurCon yet due to work, but hoping that I can get to TFF. Is that Texas Furry Fiesta?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
That sounds like
and then Anthrocon one day.
Oh, AC.
So they submitted a bunch of their art. You guys can't see it, obviously, because it's not there. But what I'll do is I'll put some of these on a document, and then I'll put a link to that document so you guys can take a look.
Nice. I'm trying to see which one is like their quote-unquote persona.
I think it's the last one, the one that's the ref sheet.
Oh, nope. Yeah, that is. I didn't even see.
And then, of course, then you've got some of this other artwork that's going on. I'm not sure if they have another Sona as a proto-gen, but they also said that they were artists, so perhaps they just drew those.
I like how the quadruped one is kind of like a griffin of some sorts because the back little legs are little bird feet.
Yeah, that's so
really
cool. That is really cool.
I like that. That's
cool.
Really neat.
Well, the ref sheet doesn't look like it's done by them. It's done by someone else. But some of the other stuff that they have drawn is done by them. So cool. Well, thanks for emailing in.
Yeah. I can't. Oh my God. I can't escape. Okay.
What are you escaping from?
The computer wouldn't let me get out of the picture. I was looking at the picture and I was like, help.
I always just hit escape.
Well, see, I couldn't.
So I've got, okay, side tangent, like we're doing constantly. I have two monitors. I have dual monitors up on my station at home. I prefer it that way. It's so much easier to game with. But the problem is the right monitor, when I open up, well, I guess I should backtrack here. On Windows 11, the clock only shows up on your first monitor and it doesn't show up by default on the second monitor like it used to back on Windows 10. So you kind of have to like download an app to make it do that. So I did that. So now that the clock shows up on both sides of the screens. But the problem is when I'm pulling up a movie or something and I'm having it play on the right screen, I can't get back to the bar where it allows you to minimize. I have to constantly hit escape on my keyboard because you know how like a lot of movies or videos will have the minimize like box in the bottom right corner. I can't do that because the time for some reason dominates, and so it's on top of that, so I can't see anything behind it. It drives me nuts.
Oh, well, that's dumb.
Yeah, it is what it is, but I like the time, so I'm not gonna really throw a hissy fit about it. Who's our next email?
It is from Cyberhound the Dragon Hound, which that's so cool.
Double hounded.
Oh wow. That's cool. So it looks like they said that they have a suggestion for a future episode of the podcast. It says, what if there was a furry version of the classic board game Operation? It says, could you do an episode about this game if it existed and if it would be fun to play? That's a interesting board game choice. Who are we dissecting?
It could be done. You would just take the original Operation game, and I could probably have Deer Dog come up with this and create just something on a sheet, and then I would just cut out the areas and then put it over the existing one, and we kind of can go with that. But I kind of want to challenge a fursuit maker out there. I would like to see you guys create like a life-size plush that already has like indentation, like pockets. So you have to go in there and grab them and pull them out. It doesn't have to have like the little
if you hit
kind
the
of
sides instead of the
it screams at you. Oh, woo. Oh, woo. Like, that would be so much fun.
That'd be great. Oh my god.
That'd be great to have like at a con for people to play with.
I like it when concept like games like in the wherever like in the center of the like hallways and shit. They just have random. Oh, I swore one.
Oh, okay, we're down to one each.
We both swore the same swear.
Dang.
Dang.
Ah, dang. If anyone knows what that's from, that's a quote from a movie. I'm going to ask Dear Dog if in the future she would like to do this. I'm having her work on a project right now, making everyone on staff basically like one generic badge to wear. It's like an official podcast badge. So people can walk up and be like, oh, you're a host, kind of a thing. Because we don't have anything like that to represent.
I love it. I love that idea.
Yeah.
That's great.
After that, though, after she's done with that, then I'll propose the idea. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll have Felix film me doing this and I'll put it up on our YouTube or something. Or maybe I'll make
Felix,
a TikTok and do it.
Yes. Oh my God. I see. I suggested we make a TikTok or something, but I don't know.
I just don't know how to do it. So, I mean, I think we have one. I just don't know what to do.
Do we?
With it. Possibly. If we don't, then
now
we should
I'm
make
just
one.
gonna look because I have a TikTok, but and I just make BS.
It's either going to be under From the Muzzle or Straight from the Muzzle, where everyone isn't straight except for one person. That's our editor. No straights.
Oh, we do. I didn't know.
Oh, there you go. There's nothing there.
There really is nothing there. That's so funny.
I'll figure out what the credentials are and then I'll give them to you because I know you're a whiz at TikTok.
Not really, but thank you.
Whatever. You have like amazing videos.
Thanks. I don't think you want to see the newest one that I put because here's my. Okay, I will save it. I'll send it to you. I think it's great. I got a dino mask because I'm gonna try and make it into something. But today I started messing around with like the mouth movements and stuff. So here you go.
I love that we do things like this in real time. You guys want to know how podcasts are actually made? People plan and write out scripts and how things are going to be recorded and who's going to say what when. That doesn't happen on this on ours.
No, and that's why I like our podcast better, honestly, because like it's so fun and genuine.
It's a warm-up suit.
They are not pajamas.
The dino mask is so cute, though.
It is cute.
I love it. Did you order that one on Amazon or did you go to Walmart?
No, that one I found miraculously out in the wild somewhere. So instead of spending like $40, which Amazon wanted me to pay, which I'm not doing that, I spent $16. And I was like, yes.
What?
They're so hard to find now. It's insane.
That is a steal.
It really is. So I really hope I don't F up on it because that's the only one I have. So
I love it when dog or pet owners put them on their dogs.
Yes, they're so funny.
They're so funny.
I gotta research a little bit more, but I'm trying. Keyword is trying.
That's all we can ever ask you to do is try.
I know. I'm trying to make my Persona Paradox with that, but they're a hyena with antlers on their head. So I'm really trying to find a decent way to shape the face, and I'm trying to either do like foam or do like a really lightweight like clay so I can
again
get
Dear Doggo could
shape.
probably do this for you. I'd also recommend, if you've got enough money, this goes out to anyone. If you have the money and you don't mind spending it, shall I recommend Twilight Saint?
Yes.
It is the god of creating like dino creatures and all sorts of different stuff. And their art is so detailed and phenomenal.
I'm going to show you because I've got the inspiration to create my Persona's head with a dinosaur mask from this one fursuiter. I'm going to find him real quick. I'm
not going to lie. If someone came in wearing a dino mask to my house and said, get on the bed, I'd do it. Like there's something that makes me like, I like this idea.
I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna find out where you live. I'm just gonna get on this.
Just like crack a whip, get on the bed. Yes, sir. I will gladly do that for you.
Yes. Oh my god.
There's something I love the mystery of wearing like a mask or seeing someone wearing a mask because I don't have to. I mean, it's not like I don't want to see their face, but I like the mystery of it. That is what really turns me on. It's like, oh, okay, you look like someone of authority. I like this.
So this is their new suit that they just made recently, and it's not. I'm trying to show you the new and the old one. Where's the old one? They post really funny like weird videos, but I'm trying to find a decent one that's like.
Well, while
Okay,
you're
so
doing that,
this is their first one. I just found
Oh,
it. Sorry.
okay.
Yep, you're good. So here's the first suit that they made, but with using like clay and stuff around a dinosaur mask, and it's really cool. And then their new and updated one, which is not necessarily a furry, well, not furry,
Oh, wow.
a dino mask. It is actually like they 3D printed it.
That's impressive.
I know, right? It's really cool. And then this is their new suit that they made recently.
While you're doing that, I'm going to read the next email.
Yes, go right ahead.
So, hello, my name is Rain, and I've been listening since season 8. I really like the podcast as it really has helped me understand stuff in the fandom. With that said, I would like to suggest an episode idea for furries and LGBTQ plus in esports, as I'm involved in all 3 communities, and I would like a video talking about how they're all connected. Thanks. Hope you all have a great day. From Rain Go Wah. P.S. Wah.
P.S. Wah.
Just straight up like, wah.
Fucking wah.
Esports are definitely an up and coming thing. I mean, I don't know what that was. I totally just brain farted. Oh, wow. That's a really cool fursuit.
Mm-hmm. It is really cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm going for, but like I think instead of using like a lot of like fur sort of stuff, so I'm gonna have to find pictures of it or something.
I guess I'm a little thrown off by the fabric choices.
Yes, a little bit. I get that.
Throws me, but yeah.
It's not like a fursuit, but I have a hyena hat and little hand paws and like a little tail that's actually made with like felt.
Oh, okay.
And it's really cool. It's really comfortable. And I like the way that it looks. And like, did you just sneeze? Bless you. No, my wife.
Oh.
But anyway, so I kind of want to try that instead of like your traditional like faux fur. But anyway.
So we can definitely do an episode about esports, furries, and the LGBTQ plus peeps. I mean, those could easily tie in together. I'm not huge into esports, though I guess you know what? Well, not your typical games, probably not. But like I like games like Saints Row, where I'm just now starting. Felix and I are playing Saints Row, like the newest one that came out. It's pretty good. I love Borderlands, Gunfire Reborn would probably be a good one for esports. I'll have to find a guest who is familiar in esports, possibly in the LGBTQ plus community. And maybe what I'll do is I'll respond back to you and ask, is there anyone specific within the LGBTQ community? Like, do you want trans? Do you want gay, bisexual, queer? What would you like? And then maybe I can find and lock down a host for that. Yeah, you get the last one. It's the longest. You're welcome.
You did that on purpose.
I did.
That's okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure that they don't have
I love their email. Like, don't say it out loud. I just like the way they chose that.
That is cool. Okay, so they just go by Nick. Okay, so this is from Nick. Nick says, "Hi, Space Sparrow, Boomy, Deer Dog, and Ruby." Says, "I want to thank you so much for creating a podcast. I have laughed, cried, and connected with all the wonderful emails and stories like Platypus Girl."
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God, yes. Says, "I have been listening since 2021 and started from episode 1 to the most recent." Says, well, yeah, then this is when they introduced the name. Says, "My name is Nick." Said, "But you can call me some Fluffy Wusky." What the heck? I love
Wusky,
it.
That's so
Fluffy
cute.
Wusky says, "When my mom found out I was a furry, she was not happy and said it was not normal, and dressing up in animal suits is just weird. Felt sad after hearing this, but I didn't let her stop me from saying that." Says, "I still love being a furry today and forever." Awesome. Says, "Also, you are all amazing, and I hope for more amazing episodes in the future, like furry slang, possibly." Oh, that one was a fun one. Says, "I want to ask you, peeps, what is the most embarrassing moment that you've ever had happened to you inside of the furry fandom?" Oh boy.
That's a good one.
I'll have to think about my most embarrassing moment. I'll think about that. Says, "What is the weirdest things you've seen inside the fandom?" There's a lot. And not a lot of them are PG. So, says, "Lastly, what is your favorite part of the fandom?" Says, "I really hope that the email can be featured on an episode." Well, there you are in luck.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Happy birthday! said it would be a dream come true for me to hear something I wrote or did be said by a furry. You are welcome. Says thank you all so much, and I hope you have a wonderful life. Big love from some fluffy wussky. Thanks, dude.
No, I think I might have. Oh God, yes. Okay. You're about to see a picture of me, like at the beginning of me in the fandom.
Oh, no.
So there's this one. Look how young I looked.
I love it. Look at you.
Okay,
Pretty hot.
so I guess like my most embarrassing thing is, and I'm kind of just a little peeved, but there was a party that I went to over at a friend's house, and they let me put on their fursuit head, and so I started dancing in it, and then I kind of started dancing like a dork, and they filmed it, and then they filmed some other things too that night of me just doing things with my belly, and I'm just like, oh my God, why? And so every once in a while, and this is Rue, by the way, so we're talking about Ruchi Lexico here, one of my close friends. So every once in a while, Rue will just send me a picture or a video basically going over those moments. And I'm just like, why did this exist? Why do you still have this? Like after 7 years or so, like why? I hate you, kind of.
Oh my gosh.
It's the worst. If I ever find.
I gotta see it. I will love it.
I'll just send him a message and ask him, hey, can you send me some of those videos you have still on your phone? But yeah. That's probably one of my more embarrassing moments because if that ever hits the internet, I'm just going to be like, oh.
I'm just going to check out. Bye.
Yeah. What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen inside the fandom? I've seen some weird shit. There's my other swear word. And it's the same one as I used before. Oh, okay.
That's okay. I realized I said the F-bomb like in the middle of like me talking, and I was like, oh, I'll just wait.
Yeah, right?
I noticed immediately, but
weirdest thing that I've seen. I'm trying to think here. There's some weird fursuits that I've seen. Okay. There is one. This is not necessarily weird specifically to me. It could be weird to a lot of people because you'll see it at every con that you go to regardless. And it's actually on this list that we're going to be doing. But there's always that like fursuiter that it's a very, very beginner fursuit. Now you can tell the difference between someone who's really just trying to do the best they can, but it's not all there. And it's usually like a cardboard looking fursuit head. It's ginormous. It's like 3 times the size of their face and shoulders. It's huge. You can tell that they just got things like fur from Joann's, but they didn't really know how to place
event.
things.
You can't help them.
Yeah. So it's just there. But what like really ifs me is that they're not in character. They just stand there and stare at you. And I'm just like, like nails on a chalkboard. I feel uneasy. I get what you're doing. And I think it's great that you made your own fursuit and you're out and you're brave to do what you're doing, but it's not for me and it weirds me out. It really weirds me out.
Oh my gosh. I still can't think of something that's been like super embarrassing. Maybe the trauma blocks it out. Who knows? I do have a weird thing. It's not like super weird. It was just kind of like awkward in the moment, but it happened when I was at FurCon in 2016 and we were we were in the area where this could happen, but we were at the bar Tonic, which RIP, it doesn't exist anymore. And this guy in fursuit, I have a picture somewhere, but this guy in fursuit was plastered. I mean, so drunk. He was talking to and hugging a tree.
Oh.
So, I mean, it was kind of weird in the moment, but I don't know. I can't say it's like the weirdest thing that's ever happened, but I will say it's the weirdest thing that would be appropriate for the episode.
Okay. If we're thinking about like embarrassing things, I'm never really embarrassed. Well, I'm not really embarrassed, but like sometimes I'll fart on the elevator and I will not.
Nice.
Like I'll do it as a silent but deadly and get off waiting for the next person who knows it's going to be like a surprise for them.
That's so funny. What's your favorite part of the fandom?
Favorite part? Oh, yeah. It's the creativity, really. So, and that's such a broad term, but like, it's so intriguing that you can get all of these different personas and characters and fursuits all because of something someone thought of and wanted to go one step further to create art of it and then made their persona. And then that persona came to life as a fursuit. It's so like it's so cool to think about, because if you look at other fandoms, like for instance, the person that emailed in and said they were Star Wars cosplayer. Thank you. The thing is that fandom already exists. There's no creativity in it. Now, there's creativity if you like gender bend it or you create other things with it, but you're still creating things from something that already exists. And I know that that term sounds weird, but in the fandom, we're creating a fursona that represents us or who we want to be. And it's coming strictly from our minds. We're pulling all these little ideas here and there. And when it's put on the paper, it's just so beautiful looking. I absolutely love it. And it's like my favorite thing about the whole fandom is that it's just a nonstop creating a creative combustion engine that just constantly goes.
I agree. The fandom is super creative. It is definitely one of my favorite parts. Recently, though, one of my favorite parts of the fandom is, and I'm seeing a lot of it, like a lot more of it on TikTok, and it does go with the creativity thing. But recently, and I think I mentioned it to you that I wanted to try and get this person as like a guest host.
Is it the hand paw one? The dino puppet one?
No. That one is really cool. Listen, there's so many of them, but
I've seen them pop
really
up and I'm like,
cool.
what is this?
I was like, okay. So like those, but no, there's the little alpha pup. I really like him, but he does like VR chat, but he put his persona in VR chat. And what he does is he actually uses that, like his own persona and his character to like, he does like inspirational things. So like he's taking it a little bit further and doing like inspirational, like talking to people. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like lots of good, like feel good videos. And I'm like, that's just, it's so pure. Again, like I like that part of the fandom where it's like, you know, we come together and we have creativity and we support each other. And like, that's what I really like about the fandom.
There's another person in our chat group. I'm going to see if I can figure out the name is totally blanking my mind, but they also do create some like inspirational videos. They're a little bit older, but they're really, really cute. And I'm really frustrated that I can't not remember the name because they're just my absolute fave. I shouldn't say they're my absolute favorite person in chat. They're one of my absolute fave of people in my chat. Oh God, where are they? Give me a second. I'm sure I'll come and find it. Oh, Tabin Pup. So Taebyn. It's just a super, and he's just like, I'm just a pup. Like that's his character. He is a pup and he plays it well, both in person and online. So even if you try to ask him like something about his personal life, he'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just a pup.
I love it. That's cute.
So just like 100% character in and out. And I love it so much.
That's awesome.
Well, thanks everyone for sending those emails. I'm glad that took some time.
Well, listen, like with our tangents and everything, we have to put like, you know, 2 cents into everything. So, you know, it's okay.
Well, the funny thing is, it's like with all the other hosts, I don't tangent as much with the other hosts just because.
It's because I have ADHD, isn't it?
And I don't know. I just think you and I like our charisma and our chemistry together as like hosts is just so phenomenal. It's just different. Every host that I do something with is totally different from the next. Like with Sparrow, it's more educated, kind of like laid out. And we talk about things here and there, but they're nothing like what we talk about. So, and that's why I like doing episodes with you, because it's like, we can tangent completely off topic, go back on topic, and then go back off topic again. And I really think that's what these people that listen to us really like. They're just like, you will not find another furry podcast like this. You just will not. I'm saying it right there.
Nope.
All right. So let's go to our main topic here. I'm going to close the screen. Good. I didn't close the one that we're recording on. I have done that before. Yeah. Because like I open up multiple tabs, but I space them out. So I have like one window next to another window, next to another window, next to my Telegram. So, but I always get them mixed up.
This is when, if it happens again, like just have a small little blurb of Skitherix and be like, sorry, Space was an idiot and closed out of it. They will be right back. And then be like, and now back to your regularly scheduled, shenanigans. And
that's awesome. I think he has done that before, and I don't remember what episode it was, but he had mentioned it, and I'm like, I'm going to have to go and listen to it. And I don't remember which one it is, but I'm sure when he's listening, Skitherix, if you're listening, which I know you are because you have to edit these, you have to tell me which one it was because I'm pretty sure you told me you said something on a podcast or on an episode and I don't know what it was.
I think it'd be kind of funny if like he paused the podcast like occasionally and then like just interjected once in a while.
That would be so great because you and I would not even know it was happening. We would hear it
like
after
until we
the
listen it.
we would hear it after the fact. Oh, that would be so good. Be like, I don't know what these two are talking about. Here's my opinion. These guys are crazy.
Yes!
And then it just goes back to us talking.
Yes! Oh my god. I'm a genius.
Okay, Skitherix, I give you full 100% to go ahead and do that if you want to.
You can also keep our swear count score.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would be so great.
Gosh.
Like, oh my god. He pops in and be like, it's been 35 minutes and they're still talking about emails and side tangents and they haven't even gotten to the main topic yet. You know?
Yes. Oh my god. It's perfect.
Just like pure sarcasm and just like straight up like, all right, here's my third swear, bitchy. Like bitchy like side comments. Who's keeping score? I am.
Oh my god. I love it. Okay.
Hey, I wanted to chime in just a little bit. First of all, I wanted to point out that my name is now Crow, which Space has even said on the podcast a couple times. It's no longer Skitherix. And I find it kind of funny that it's taken this long for them to fully remember the name Skitherix and also to actually pronounce it correctly. Secondly, my voice makes an appearance back in Wish Dragon Review. So it's back there, and also I was recording off of a webcam at the time, so my voice might not be the best on that one. Anyway, back to the episode.
All right. So our main topic is things that only happen at FurCons. We've got quite a list. We've grouped the names. So we've given them like a name. So like, oh, there's that Karen over there. You know how we use Karen as like a generic word for someone who's a total bitch. Sorry, there's my fourth one now.
If y'all are just going to keep score, I don't really have to do much here.
We've done the same thing here on our list, but we've kind of spread it out a little bit. So I'll go first. You and I have both been at a con, so we both understand how this goes. Mm-hmm. Elevator hell. Be prepared to wait forever for an elevator 1,000 years, and then be trapped on it for another 1,000 years as it stops at every floor.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And like, I like how, not at every con, but like at a lot of them, they actually have somebody standing at every elevator because it always happens, but everybody tries to pile in and stuff it as far as it'll go or even further. And then like it ends up breaking the elevator and then you have a health hazard.
And you would think like, this happens every year. And for whatever reason, cons don't like equate for this. And it takes them like a day before they realize, oh, maybe we need an attendant at the elevators.
Yeah.
It's like you didn't learn like from the last year and the year before that maybe you should have an attendant at the elevators all the time. Like that would be, yeah. I just feel bad for the people like up on the floors. They have to wait for an elevator. And every time it opens up, it's chock full of people.
Yep.
And you're just like, oh, come on.
Yeah. Something I'm going to add to this one too. If you see, like this is for every fursuiter out there and for anybody that's at a FurCon or whatever. If you see a fursuiter heading to the elevator, I don't care who it is. Like, I don't care if it's the most popular fursuiter. I don't care if it's your best friend, like whatever, you just happen to see them. If they're heading towards an elevator, 9 times out of 10, they're trying to go back to their room or the headless lounge to like chill. So please don't stop them for a picture. Like, let them go. You'll see them at some other point. Yeah, they need to go. Like 9 times out of 10, if you see a fursuiter going to an elevator, they are trying to get away.
Yeah, just let them do their thing.
Yeah,
they'll be back. Trust me. Most fursuiters are hardcore fursuiters, and they will be back at any chance they can get.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next.
All right, next we have sticker bombs. I actually recently saw AC post about this and they got fined for it. But it is the telephone poles and street signs that will never be naked again. So people just take their stickers or like whatever and they just plaster these telephone poles and street signs. And like, you may think it's cute and like creative, but honestly, like the city has to pay for that. Yeah. So don't.
They have to remove it. It's a pain in the butt. But like, it's also private public property. Like you can't just go on there and do what you want. It's not your home. You can plaster. Oh, speaking of, I don't like it when people stick stickers all over their car. So it's plastered with stickers.
No, I get that. I
think
get
it's
it.
Ugly ass.
I mean, if you get into
That's
like
5.
a wreck or something, like bam. You do 5? Man, I'm doing good. Usually
I'm
I'm
on a
St.
roll
Fire.
today.
Who got you riled up?
I don't know. You.
What did I do?
Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I heard about that. And like, I don't know. It's not for me. I like, okay, telephone pole. Well, the wooden ones, like the regular telephone poles that you see everywhere. Yeah,
Mhm.
there's like crap all over that stuff and like whatever. I don't
Usually
care
it's
about
like
that.
a lost dog.
But
or
when it's like
something.
in the city per se and, you know, it's a nicer area, don't do it. Just don't.
Don't do it.
Just don't.
Put your stickers on you, put it on your friend, put it on your car if that's your thing.
Yeah.
Put it on your laptop or your sketchbook, but don't put it on telephone poles and street signs.
Yeah. The next one is waterless pool parties. For all you pool toy enthusiasts out there who also have hydrophobia, you poor things. I can't tell you how many times I've walked past a panel room and looked in, and all that's in there is just giant inflatable personas or pool toys. And I'm like, what do you do? Like, do you sit on them? Do you just like make conversation? What's going on in this room right now?
I mean, I like it when they bring out the big inflatable pools and they put a bunch of like, oh gosh, the little plastic balls in there.
Oh
Those
yeah,
are
yeah,
fun.
yeah. Those are cool. But yeah, like there's always a panel or a gathering of those people who love like pool toys or inflatables, as you can call them. There's tons of them out there. In fact, I've seen some inflatable fursuits. They're cute, and then I've seen ones that are actually like shiny and squeaky, and I'm like,
Inflatable fursuits.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Now I gotta look it up.
Okay, you know, like some people are really into fat furs, so you can get a fursuit that has like a really big belly, but it actually inflates from the inside, so it's huge. Like I have a friend that has a kangaroo fursuit that has a giant ass belly, and every time I see it, oh my god, that's 6. Every time I see it, I want to hug it because it's so cute.
Oh my god. Okay, I see it now. Oh, weird.
Shoot.
God. Oh my gosh.
Let's move on.
Okay. Next one is alms for the poor. Toppins a bag. So it's those people who are broke and they go to a con begging for a free room or money. Don't do that. Like
every time. I see it on Twitter. What is it like? They'll be like, "Oh, I'm poor. I don't have any money," and then they'll post like new artwork they got. And I'm like,
yeah,
really?
Oh my god. They try to do like art trade for like room and board or whatever, and it's like, no,
I don't want your art. That's not gonna pay for the room.
No, like
no. I don't have money
for
for food. How did you not have money for food? Where did that money go?
How did you get here? And it's usually like the people that come like states away, and I'm like, how did you get here? Like, what?
Truth be told, okay, there is a furry here in Utah.
Oh.
I'm trying to think what his name is. Probably shouldn't name names. That's not cool. If you're from Utah and you know about this drama guy who is just drama up the wazoo and is always begging for money, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. But this guy decides to go to BLFC, but kind of like got himself a ride there somehow. I don't know if he had a room. I don't know if he ran out of money. But whatever it was, he couldn't afford to get a ride back for whatever reason. And so ended up getting stuck in Nevada.
Oh my god.
Like literally left behind. Now, if you guys think that does never happen, it happens. If you think it happened to this guy, imagine how many times it's happened to other people who go to cons, not thinking, oh, I don't have money. I really shouldn't. I don't think I can be here. Like if you're poor, I get it. But you think of a con as a luxury vacation pretty much. You have to save up for it. You have to have a means, like a backup plan in case something goes awry. So whatever, you pay for your room, you have enough money for food, things for the dealer's den, activities, whatever it is, you need to have some sort of financial like money pit for you to like jump into or bounce off from, I guess. Where are you? Are you dead?
No, I was looking at the next one. I'm sorry, I was listening.
You're totally fine. I
was looking at the next one in horror.
That's what I was thinking. Like, you have to have like a barrier. No, maybe that's not the right way. No. I don't know. You guys get it. Figure it out. Next one.
Boundaries.
Oh, yeah, boundaries.
Well, no, I did the alms for the poor. You get the next one.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Hagglers. There's always that person who attempts to negotiate a lower price in the artist alley dealer's den instead of paying full price. Let me
You're
just
paying
tell
for
you,
artwork.
the dealer's den is not a car auto lot, okay? It's not for you to go there and negotiate a lower price because you don't want to pay full price. That's not how that works in the dealer's den. And it's so incredibly insensitive and rude for you to go up to an artist and say, hey, will you take a trade or will you go at a lower price for me to buy that piece or to buy a copy of something? It just isn't. You either pay full price or you don't buy it at all. Simple as that. I think like at the end of the con, some artists will then lower their prices, but don't initially go up there and haggle them for a lower price.
Right. I mean, like these artists, like first off, they have to buy like a space in the dealer's den to occupy for that day or however many days that they occupy that space. So they spend money for that. But they also have to spend money on like materials,
supplies,
like whatever markers, supplies, if they're printing out your badge or piece of artwork, they have to buy that, and they also their time. You're also buying their time. So asking them to lower their price on time that they are spending on your stuff, it is. It's very insulting. So please don't do that. Like, it's just kind of rude. This is becoming a do and don't in FurCons.
Yeah. I mean, this list is definitely going to become a do or don't.
It's okay.
I'm glad you have the next one. Don't worry.
Listen, that's why I got quiet, because I was like, who is this? And then I looked and I was like, oh, like I looked at their suit and I'm like, oh my God.
I don't believe this person's real. I think Sparrow literally just made up a word.
Oh, I don't know. I came up on a search.
Shut up. Did it really?
I don't listen. I don't know if this is true, but their suit looks kind of rough and kind of like the telltale signs that they don't like wash it or anything.
Okay,
It's got like that nappy fur, like whatever. It's weird. Anyway, so the next one, if you guys haven't guessed, it is that musky husky. We all know them and we all do not want to hug you. Like, you smell disgusting. So
look at that matted fur. That thing has not been washed.
I know. Oh my God. Like, I know it may seem intimidating, but like, please wash your fur suits, like the head and the paws and whatever pieces, parts you have, wash it. Oh my gosh. And something I'm going to bring up is that it's actually a common misconception now, not all of the time, not always. Okay. But most of the time, I have actually found that people who are into mersuiting will actually wash their fursuits more often than people that don't.
Yeah, which is shocking.
It is. It's very shocking. There is a fursuiter. I don't know if they're still fursuiting or even if they still have the same
Growly?
fursuit. I was thinking Buddy.
Oh, Buddy. It doesn't look like they washed their suit. I was thinking of Growly. Growly is like the weird, like, sexual offender, kind of like a prowler guy. I will just say this, okay? I walked up to a room, like up to my room at BLFC a long time ago. And as I'm getting to the door and I open it up, there is Growly in the room. And he leaves. Now, this is before I really knew anything about Growly. And then afterwards, once I learned, I was just like, the horror. Growly's this nasty ass. Oh my God, that's 6.
No, it's 7.
That's 7?
Yes.
Oh, dang it.
Growly. Oh my God. Oh, I just looked it up. Oh, that's
Growly?
No.
Buddy?
Oh my God. Growly. Oh
yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Here's what I don't like about Growly. This is what's really frustrating, is that he's been banned by a couple of cons, but because Growly pays
right?
Yeah, he pays top tier for like attendance, and because he pays top tier, conventions aren't going to say no because he's paying for it. So it just goes to prove that if you have money and you're willing to spend it, the con will be like, yeah, sure, go ahead, do whatever you want. So it's gross. That fursuit has never been washed as far as I can tell.
Oh God.
Ew.
The horror. Yeah, don't
horror.
Be my eyes. Both visually and I'm pretty sure my retinas have burned off from the stench. My God. I
don't know if Buddy's ever washed their fursuit, but their fursuit head does look gross. They're the ones
I don't
that
know.
they're
I
the
don't know
ones
if
that are they're like a self-proclaimed poppy fur, and that's like their whole thing is to become a poppy fur. Like that's
Yep, I remember.
legitimately their persona. That's what they're going for. Never,
I
it's not my thing.
No, it's not my thing either. I don't know if they're still like a thing or not, but
They seem to be like everyone seems to know who Buddy is,
everybody
like
knows who buddies.
in social groups and stuff. You
Yeah.
know, it is what it is. I think I found that like a lot of people do not like the word poppy fur. It's really negative. So let's spin it on a word that we coined, celebufur. It sounds better.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah. So
That one sounds a lot better. It sounds
it
more.
does sound a lot better.
It's kind of like it's okay. So, do you say pop or soda?
I say soda.
See, I prefer to say soda because I think it sounds fancy, but
Yeah.
everybody else is like, "Oh my god, no, it's called pop." I'm like, "Shut up. It's called soda." Because
But they'll say soda pop, and I'm like, no, it's just soda.
Yeah, it's just soda. It just sounds cool.
It's so interesting. You guys should all go Google search like what people call soda throughout the United States, and it changes by different states that you go to. Some people will say soda, some people will say pop, some will say soda pop, some will call it something else completely
Bubbly.
different. Bubblies, yeah. And I've never heard like these terms before. I've always known it as soda.
Some people where I live call all soda Coke. And sometimes we'll say, I'll have a Coke, and the waiter will ask what type, and they'll say something like Dr. Pepper or Sprite.
Mm-hmm. So actually, technically, the one that we just did and the next one are one and the same almost.
Yeah, they go hand. Do you want to just read that one too then?
Sure, why not? So the next one was the moldy oldie, or just those furs who sweat profusely and or don't wash their fursuits. So let's all just remember to practice great hygiene. Please shower like before you go out onto the convention floor. Make sure you brush your teeth and make sure you wear deodorant. It is super important. Just practice great hygiene because ain't nobody want to smell your ass, and that's my third swear.
You know, yes. You're getting up there with me. You'll get there. You'll eventually get there.
Okay.
The reason I put that one in, it's interesting because I would have never thought to like name it that. But I went to a WOO, which is Anther Week in Utah, and we went to this one event where there was a reptiles coming out on stage. So, like majority, I would say like 99% of the con was there, all sitting down. And I turned to my husband and I'm like, "Do you smell that?" And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "It smells like mold. Like something smells moldy." And that is the combination of everyone being together who is in fursuit, sweating profusely, and to those who don't necessarily wear deodorant. I don't care if you think you don't smell bad, and I don't believe in those stupid crystal like deodorant things. Put some Speed Stick or Old Spice under your armpits. Everyone will be so happy. Just please do it.
There's crystal deodorants.
Yeah, you know, like, oh, it's the natural.
Oh, those. Okay, I thought people were just shoving like
there's like stones,
like
ones that are like
amethyst up
stones.
their armpit.
No, that would be hilarious.
It keeps the stench demons away. It wards off evil smells.
Oh my god. No, that'd be so funny if like, oh my god, I'm just thinking like, what if someone like lifted up their armpits and all you have like these like 2 tattooed crosses on there to ward away the evil spirits?
The power of Christ compels you.
Oh my god,
doesn't armpit fart?
And you're like waving your arm and it's like blowing the stench out. Anyways,
God. Next one.
Yeah, next one. I'll read the next one.
Okay.
But he is my service dog handler. Newsflash. Service dogs don't normally poop on the con floor. Everyone seems to think that they're special and they need a service dog. And the thing I have is there's a problem with the system that was created for this because apparently you're only allowed to ask 2 specific questions to service dog handlers. And that's it. You can't question anything else. And I think that's a really bad system because there are a lot of people out there who don't have like certified service dogs and they bring them anyways and they poop all over the place or they jump up or they run around. Service dogs don't just run around. They don't just jump up on people. They're highly trained to not do so.
Exactly. Like service dogs, and then there's a difference between a service dog and then a quote unquote emotional support animal.
Yeah, or a therapy dog.
And even those have like different things for it. Usually, if you want to have like a legitimate, like emotional support animal, you get like a signature and like a paper signed by your doctor or therapist, like stating that this like animal helps you emotionally. And that thing could be anything. It could be a snake, it could be, you know, a dog, a cat, it could be a bird. Hell, it could even be a bug or something, you know, but like that's an emotional support animal. That's not something that's helping you do everyday tasks normally. A service dog or service animal, that's helping you do something, you know, or it's keeping an eye out for a medical condition that you may have, like something with your heart or maybe your lungs or something. Maybe you have epilepsy.
Diabetes? That's a crazy one. I didn't know that dogs can sniff when you're going into a diabetic shock.
Really? That I didn't know.
Yeah, because dogs and animals, they have they can smell. Yeah, they can smell like 100 times, or like super powerful. So they can sense when the blood sugar is dropping. And so they'll like grab at you to remind you to go ahead and eat a snack or something to bring your levels back up.
Pupperinos are so smart.
They're so smart. Not cats.
They are smart. Oh,
although
I don't know. My cat is very
really
smart
too. Their cats are really cute, but they're not. They can't be a service animal.
Not so much as like dogs. I mean, cats kind of have like their mind, like a mind of their own, but like dogs, they can be trained better than cats.
I just feel like if you got a cat that's like a service animal, right? And they're in the house, and let's say you're like, I need my EpiPen, I'm gonna like swell up and die. And they're just like, oh, you need this pen? This pen? And they're like pushing it with their paw, and they push it into the trash, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry. You know, like that's the kind of mentality I see with the cat. Like, oh they know you need the stuff, but they're going to screw you over in the end.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, you're right. Like service dogs, they will not poop on the floor usually. They won't like be jumping around. They usually will ignore other like people or dogs or something like that. Like they'll just ignore them.
Yeah.
They won't like go after them. They won't bark or whatever. Like, so you're a quote unquote service dog with a service animal vest. That's usually not a service animal. It's like, and that's like unfortunately like the truth. It's because so many people are just like, oh well, I need this for my anxiety. And like, well, if you legitimately do, you'll have documentation that says so.
You know what I want to see? I have to, and this is not me swearing. This is literally what it's called. Do you know what a bitch suit is?
No. What is a bitch suit?
Okay, so I want you to Google bitch suit.
Oh,
not
God.
You, the listeners, specifically just Paradox here.
Hang on, let me do that. Bitch suit.
And basically, what it is, it's like this immobilizing suit where you fold your elbows in and your knees in, so that you're basically walking on your elbows and your knees. But you see it. So
hold on, I don't know if this is the correct
here.
one.
I'll pull.
I was gonna say, please pull it up because
I'll pull an image for you.
Like how there's a Twitter one that says, "What in God's name is a bitch suit?" Is it a smexual thing?
It is a smexual thing.
Oh, okay. Then I was.
It's for slave play.
Oh, how nice!
But I sent you two images of someone's actually made like a fursuit to fit over the bitch suit. We can call it a bee suit if you want.
Oh, okay. So I did see the right thing. Okay.
Yeah. So what would be hilarious is if you had a fursuiter who had a leash on someone that was in a bee suit that had a vest over them that said service dog, and they were walking them through the con.
That's so funny.
I would love to see it. Now, the funny thing is that I guess there was a big old like stank bomb about people doing this. What is it? What's the one in Atlanta? FWA.
Furry Week in Atlanta.
Yeah. So Sparrowhead brought this up because we were initially going to record this episode, but then her recording got all screwed up. So we're doing it again. But she was saying that there was this big old stink about this Anthrocon and at FWA of people being in the bee suits. And here's the thing. They're in a fursuit per se. They're not hurting anyone. It's not offensive as far as I can tell. Now, if you're walking your slave around in a regular one where it's like the leather or the neoprene, yeah, I'd be a little offended. I'd be like, that's not, really appropriate on the floor. But if they're in like a fursuit that's made for that bee suit, essentially, I'm okay with it. It's not offending me. Plus, it looks kind of cute.
It does look
It's weird, but it's cute.
It is weird. Sometimes weird is cute, and that's okay.
Yeah. I'll read the next one since you read two.
Oh,
So,
okay. Go ahead.
there's always the look at me person who's attention starved and is a fursuit photo bomber. So basically, you always have that one person that's like, I got to be in every single photo. And oh my gosh, look at me. I got a fursuit. Hooray. And oh, hi. And they're like saying hi to everyone. It's like, okay, you're so excited right now. And I don't know how many Red Bulls you drank, but you need to like calm your tits and just, be mellow.
I mean, like, I get it. Like, I think it'd be more common in like younger furs.
Oh, it is.
Like,
It always
especially,
is.
yeah, especially if like they just got their fursuit, or maybe they just made it and like this is like their convention debut with like this suit and they're like really excited. But like, also just remember, like, you're not the only one at this convention. Don't photobomb people who may not want a picture with you. Not everybody wants to see your cardboard fursuit.
Yeah, no one does. Which kind of goes into your next one.
Oh, it does, kind of. Yeah. So this is the non-furry YouTuber. It is calling your Spirit Halloween mask a furry suit and shoving cameras in our faces, and it just does not make you funny on the internet. I'm sorry. So
Yeah. Always
now,
the case.
on the same note, though, this kind of, I don't know. I've seen some really good looking, like, alterations to the Spirit Halloween like masks and stuff.
Which is fine.
And those are fine.
Which is fine. But it's like
Yeah.
going to a Spirit Halloween, grabbing it off
Picking
the
up,
shelf,
yeah.
going like to the Walmart and picking up one of those ridiculous fursuit heads that they
Like
create.
the giant ones.
Yeah. And then being like, haha, I'm a furry, and then like filming in front of everyone.
Like, no.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those, unfortunately, on the internet, on YouTube and TikTok and whatever. And they're like, oh my God, I'm going to a. It's honestly, actually, you know what? No, it's a lot of times it's the ones that are like, I'm not a furry, but like, I'm going to try and like, quote unquote, infiltrate like a furry convention.
Yeah.
And then 9 times out of 10, they end up walking out and they're like, oh my God, I've been awakened because now I am a furry and I was wrong. It's like.
While we're on this topic, can I just say, I don't understand what's going on with furry conventions right now, but it seems to be that you can wear anything now to a convention. You can literally cosplay as anything. You can wear a costume and call it whatever you want, but that's apparently a thing now that's happening a lot.
Like, is it just normal cosplay? Or
just normal cosplay? I understand you're a cosplayer, but this is a furry convention, not a cosplay convention.
I mean,
you're kind of I'm sorry, but you're stealing the thunder from everyone else. That's not fair.
No, I can kind of understand that. I mean, I've seen
people cosplay as, okay, again, Star Wars like people.
Yeah.
Or they'll wear, I've seen anime ones that are not furry related whatsoever. And it's like, okay, I understand that you want to be part of the crowd, but this is a furry convention, not an anime or a Comic Con. No, it's kind of like when people are like at Comic Cons are like, what are furries doing here? Kind of same thing.
I mean, I guess. But no, I definitely hear what you're saying. Because like with the furry fandom, it's not, like you said earlier, it's not something that was like originated from something else. It's something that's completely made up from the imaginations and creativity of like the people that are in it.
Yeah.
It's not based off of anything. So like I can understand like people that are like cosplaying and they I don't know. I mean, so
it's like if someone came in cosplaying as Princess Peach. That's great. That's cool, but that's not the place for this particular convention.
Right.
And you know that.
Now, if you're cosplaying maybe like an anthropomorphic, like something
different.
That's different. Because so like, for example, if you were cosplaying like your Tabaxi from D&D, like maybe you have a Tabaxi character, that could be considered like furry because it's like a feline looking sort of species within the D&D, like, universe.
Yeah.
So like that would be okay, but like you said, if you come up and you're like, I'm Princess Peach, like, whatever. However, on the same note,
Pokemon characters, I mean, that's fine because
that's fine.
That's fine. It's whatever. But like, there's just this, I don't know, this thing where people are just kind of dressing up as for Halloween. I'm like, this isn't a Halloween convention.
There really is there a Halloween convention though?
Yeah, like, I mean, BLFC is literally doing their convention over Halloween.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No.
I mean, at the same note, like, no, we're not trying to like gatekeep like conventions and whatnot. I mean, obviously, what you do. It is just a little like, like weird. I mean, but hey, like if you made like a bomb like cosplay and you want to show it off, I mean, do it. You're gonna do what you want to do, and hey, if people like it, awesome.
Okay, I will agree. I'll agree on this. It's okay for you to wear around, but it doesn't make you part of the fursuit parade. That is specifically for fursuits.
Yes,
and you
that
know
right
you're
there.
not in a fursuit.
Okay, so yeah, no,
That bugs me.
that one
Or
right
when
there.
like people, I don't mind when people poodle. I really don't care if you poodle. I do it. It's not a
Hey,
big
it's
deal.
hot.
It's hot, and it's really hot to like wear those things, like
Mhm.
just a full suit. But if you're just wearing a dino mask and you're wearing some sort of cape or a pride flag, that does not mean you're a fursuit. You do not belong in that parade.
No, I can kind of agree on that one too.
Yeah.
So anyway,
All right, next one. Are you going to read the next one?
you can. We can go back
Okay.
to every other one. That's
Here we
fine.
go. I'm going to do something for this one. 911, what's your emergency?
That was so good.
There's always that one that fursuits so hard and passes out due to heat stroke and whatever else the problems are.
Oh God,
Always.
yeah.
Always.
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
If you are
enough can
feeling
be said
sick-
about that.
Oh my God. Like this has been said over and over and over again, and it will be covered over and over and over again
over
for
again.
years and years,
Yep.
and over again. But seriously, if you are a fursuiter and you have a fursuit, I don't care if it is just a head. I don't care if it's like a mini partial, which is just head, hand, paws, tail. I don't care if it's a full suit, whatever. Please listen to your body. If you feel sick, if you feel dizzy, if you feel too hot, if you feel thirsty at all, like please take a break. I don't care like how much of a hard ass you think you are. There's like my number 5 or something. But seriously, like if you just don't, please listen to your body. Safety first. Like hydrate, make sure you take breaks. If you feel too hot, like and so a lot of people argue, oh well, you're gonna ruin the magic. To hell with the magic.
Sometimes you have to ruin the magic. That's the thing.
That's
there's not a fursuit headless lounge like everywhere on the con. There's only usually located in one area. If you're in the parade and you need to get out, by all means, take that bad boy off and just go. I would rather you be more safe and alive than sweating and passing out mid parade. That's
right.
quite
Heat
dramatic.
stroke is not a joke. Like,
No.
please consider your
rhymes.
safety. It does.
Heat
Heat stroke is not a joke. Ting.
Doop 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 doo.
Doop, doop, doop.
But then think about this too, is like if you have some medical issues too, so like if you're diabetic or if you have a medical condition that does on a day-to-day require additional things that could hinder your movement or going forward, just add that on top of whatever heat stroke would do and magnify that. It's huge. You need to really listen to your body and just take time for yourself. I know you want to like fursuit for 10 hours a day, and by all means, mad respect for those who do it, but it's not for me and it's not safe.
No, it's not. Oh, here's a great comparison for that. So for all of my fellow trans peeps, specifically like FTM, okay, most of you will have a binder. Do not wear your binder past 8 hours. Don't do it. It's not worth it. I understand the gender dysphoria, but this is very similar. Even if you start feeling sick or stupid or like it kind of hurts, like even if it's like 1 hour in, like to you wearing this, don't hurt yourself because listen, I was stupid, okay? I got so excited to wear my binder and I wore it like straight out of the gate, 8 hours straight. And when I finally got home and took it off, I felt so sick and I was so sore and I couldn't wear it for like a month. Yeah. It was awful. So it's like
pushing all the pressure, like it's pushing things up and down and to the side. It's
like it's compressing.
Yeah, it's compressing and it's kind of like relocating things around just so that it works for you. But imagine that. It's like imagine wearing a corset because those things aren't fun.
Yes, they're fun to wear, but they kind of
whatever. It feels suffocating. It's hard to move in. They're not meant to be worn for long periods of time.
Right, they're not. And that's the same with fursuits. So that's why we say, please be safe.
And I guess it also really depends on the body type too. Like,
yeah,
if you're really skinny, like you're fairly skinny. You probably.
Thanks.
And I guess maybe it also, it's better than what I am. I'm like 400 pounds, man. This sucks.
You're
like
I've been trying. It's okay.
It's okay, but like it's causing problems. Now I got like knee problems, and I'm like, I don't need this. I'm going to a con in 2 months. I need a dramatic weight loss, something right now. And what I'm on is not working.
You could try a high protein diet.
Yeah, I should.
It sounds weird, but like try like a high protein diet and don't
low carb.
do like low carb, high protein diet, but don't do like lots of cardio. Actually lift some weights. You'll actually find that like a lot of people that suffer from like being a little bit like overweight, they actually benefit like losing weight better or more if they lift weights and not focus on cardio. So it's like start lifting weights. Doesn't even have to be super heavy either. Like just get like a little 5 or 8 pounder and like just, bust out some weights like for 30 minutes a day. I'll bust out a
pencil or two at work and I'll just start doing
perfect.
Arm lifts and whatever.
Be like SpongeBob. One episode where he has a pencil and he's lifting the plushes just up.
Well, I'm on testosterone too, so that should help with muscle building. I'm not on a ton to really like roid rage. I'm just on enough to really bring the levels balanced back where they need to be.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get on testosterone. We're going to go see at the end of the month for potentially that. So we get to see some fun changes. So hooray. Are
you trying to also look for estrogen blockers?
So
I wouldn't necessarily, there's a lot of controversy between estrogen blockers and testosterone blockers. And if it came down to the wire, I would say don't do it.
So I don't think I'm going to do the estrogen blocker. I think mostly those are more for people who are like either
transition.
Well, no, I mean, I'm still trying to like transition in a way, but like, I don't think I would need estrogen blockers. I mean, I'll see. Just everybody's different, but I think
the body naturally needs estrogen. It needs it,
right?
Like males produce I produce. Felix produces, estrogen at lower levels. The body needs it,
right? What I'm saying is that like the estrogen blockers, I think, is for more people that are puberty or like whatever. Like that's what they normally would do. Now listen, if I could go back in time, like shove like puberty blockers and estrogen blockers like in my face as a small child, I would be like, here, take these, I'm helping you. So
speaking of puberty, I'm going through second puberty because I've been I'm doing injections so I'm doing like the how like EpiPens only have like a centimeter thick needle.
Yes,
doing the kind of same thing but for testosterone, it's just a once a week. And so because I've been doing it like consistently, like my whole face is breaking out, my chest is breaking out. And I'm like, my beautiful face, it's got pop marks everywhere. And I used to not have that. And I'm just like, it sucks. When you first get onto testosterone though, I will warn you, you will go through, I guess, not a personality, what is it? An emotional phase. You'll feel super, like you'll feel anger like 100 times more than you would normally do it. And it takes like a week or two to kind of like normalize. But there is that, like, I think when I first went on it, like, I don't know, like 10 years ago, I got onto it. And then there was just one day where I walked into work and I'm like, I'm so powerful. And I could punch the door and it would fly off. Like I felt so powerful and but all the emotions I was feeling was so amplified. So
no, I get that. I've done a lot of research, and honestly, one thing that I'm kind of like really, really hoping for is like the change in voice. But we're going on a side tangent, but it's okay. We always do. But this is something that actually happened this weekend. So I showed you, but I went fishing with my dad this weekend, and like my dad and I, we were friends on Facebook. Okay, so he sees like everything that I post, or at least most of what I post, and I wasn't going to bring up the subject of like transitioning or anything, but he kind of did, and this is where like I have two sides of like feeling when I say this, but my dad was like, oh well, he's like, I just want you to know, but I'll always support you. And he's like, you're gonna do what you want, do whatever makes you happy. He's like, but you'll always be my little girl, you'll always be my daughter. And I looked at him and I didn't say anything, but I was just like, well, thanks, Dad. But also I happened to think in the back of my brain, and first off, I'm like, I mean, yay. But also, I'm like, dude, that's going to be really hard for you when you go to introduce me to one of your guy buddies, like you're always doing. You'll be like, this is my daughter. And I'll be like, hey, what's up?
Hey. Thanks, Hank.
So, Hank.
Hank the Tank.
No. But yeah, so like, that's one thing that like I'm kind of looking forward to is like my voice drop or whatever. And I'm just saying, I'm so excited.
I used to be a skank, but now, I smell like a man and I smell like I'm Hank.
I'm Hank. No. Oh my gosh. So that's just one thing. But yeah. Anyway.
Okay. You got the next one.
Cool. So the next one is furry repellent. So this is furries who have been banished from the fandom, who come to cons anyways. Like, for real, just give up. You're causing awkward gaps in the fursuit parade. There are a few that I could mention, and one in particular, and like he had a big like controversy a couple years back, and we all
Is it
probably
the
know
Confederate flag fursuit guy?
Oh no, but now I want to know that one.
You haven't seen that one?
No.
Oh my God.
You find that one, you show me, and I'll talk about this one.
Okay.
But this one, I know that he has been trying to quote unquote make a comeback and like whatnot, but I don't think it's working. But he was super popular for like within the fandom for a long time, and then there was a huge controversy / I think some proof was like put out, but again, I don't know for sure. But
Is
we're
it
talking about
Kitty?
No, I was talking about Kiro the Wolf.
Oh. It kills me
yes.
because there's like other people named Kira the Wolf too. So when that controversy came out, I wasn't sure like, wait, which one are you talking about? There's like 3 different ones.
Yeah, I know. I mean, and that's the thing is that like anytime that I'm like making a character or like a persona or something, I'm really trying not to get similar or like the same name is like super popular for like furries like within the fandom, because sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes they're, those popular ones or well-known ones, they end like their name ends up going under, and I don't want to be associated with that at all. So I like really try to be conscientious of like what names that I choose. So Kiro the Wolf is one of those. Again, I don't know for sure if anything was super confirmed, but I do know that like there was a huge thing that blew up a few years ago, and he just was like thrown under the bus, and nobody's heard a lot from him since. I know he tried to sell his fursuit at one point in time, and somebody bought it and tried to take it to a con, and he almost got beat up because he was not aware of like the situation. He was like, "Oh crap, no, that's not me." So, what's the one you were?
I sent you pictures.
Okay,
like it's not empirically like the flag, but they have traits of the flag on their fursuit, and it caused a big uproar.
Oh no, that's awful. No, that's straight up a Confederate flag, and they're holding up a Trump sign. Oh my God. That's terrible.
Okay, if you're a listener and you're like, you like Trump, that's great. Just let you know, we don't.
Get out of here, you Trump humper.
If you're offended by that, oh well. Yeah, no, that was the fursuit that I think they're banned. They're not allowed to come back in with that fursuit. I don't know if they ever got a new one, but yeah, that was a big controversy.
Oh, Kiro the Wolf changed his name from Kiro to Radiance.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. It's almost as controversial as, I'm trying to think of what the YouTuber is, but he used to be a huge like sexual fursuiter, and they had like an Xtube and a Pornhub account, and they did a lot of mersuiting on that, and that's great, good for you. But then they wanted to transition over to YouTube and delete their past, and it's like,
wait,
just
I think
own
I know
it.
which one you're talking about. Is it Odin?
Yes, it's Odin.
Oh, I love Odin. I did for a while, but like I don't watch him too much anymore. But
there's nothing wrong. Like, okay, you wanna, I think they're trying to create like better content now. Yeah. But the thing is like, don't try to delete what like your past. People are still gonna find it. By the way, I can still find all of your sex tubes.
Oh like, yeah, I can go on the Google search right now and find,
tons of them. Yeah, it's not hard. So I just thought it was really weird that like, I get that they're trying to turn a new leaf and they're trying to do better, but there's nothing wrong with having the kind of content you have there. There's lots of good people out there that do really good jobs, that are nurses and doctors and lawyers that also have an OnlyFans account. There's nothing wrong with that. You're still making money in some sort of way. That's just what it is.
I've thought about it. My wife and I were actually talking about it the other day. We were talking about making an OnlyFans account.
The only way I'd make an OnlyFans account is if I can make really bad pornos, and they would be like 3-minute pornos that just awful,
just absurd.
It's my dream to one day. It's also like my what do you call it? What do they call it? The bucket
list?
Yeah, it's on my bucket list.
Okay.
To one day write, produce, and direct a porno.
I volunteer to distribute.
I will take it.
Yes. Yes.
Like there are some, like there's one where this guy's like in a tub like he's just in this like big tub, and the woman walks out, and she's like in this lifeguard costume. She's like blowing her whistle. She's like, "Oh, there's a shark in the tub. You need to get out of the tub and get into some of these warm clothes of mine." And I'm like, "What is this acting?" And
Oh
then
my god.
she's like, "Ooh, get out of the water." And I'm just like, "Oh my god."
That is perfect. I 10 out of 10 would shoot something like that with you.
Sharks.
Yes. Just get those little like gummy sharks or something.
Oh my god, yes.
Throw them in the water.
Just
like look
you'd be-
intensively at the camera and take a bite of the gummy shark.
Ooh. And she'd have to be the one that throws it and be like, she throws it and there's like sharks in the water. Anyways, yeah, that's like my goal one day is to do that.
Oh my gosh. I'm down 100%.
Right on, right on.
Let's do it. I'll fly right out to Utah right now.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We'll do the whole like Pirates of the Caribbean. We'll do like a Pirates of the Caribbean thing where where he was pulling his ship across the desert. We'll just go out there and we'll do like pirates or whatever.
Okay, so again, this
Pull
is
my
a tangent,
boat,
but
you big strong man. I don't know.
Yes.
Arr!
There's actually, I don't know if it still is now, but a couple of years back there was actually a porno that was shot, and it was a Pirates of the Caribbean like parody like sort of thing, but it ended up being like the highest like profiting porno movie ever. And then they profited so well and it had such a high budget that they made a second one. So
well, now I gotta look.
Now I've always wanted to watch it. just for shits and giggles. There's like my 7th one.
I wonder
I don't know.
I wonder if it's called Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, it's called, hang on, I'll find it. I pirate.
I found one. But I won't say what it is because I don't want to like encourage people to go. Wow, there's lots of videos. I don't condone anyone to go search for this, and I don't think you should look at it until you're at least 18.
I found it.
Send it to me.
I will.
All right, the next one is the watering hole. Sometimes the best place to make friends is in the Headless Lounge. I personally have never been in a Headless Lounge before. I don't suit the duration to need to go into a Headless Lounge. I typically get kind of like stressed out within like 30, 40 minutes of suiting.
Oh, no, I get that.
Oh, wow. This looks really good.
I know. I told you it was the highest like budgeted porno like ever shot and like made into a film. And then it was so popular and, people bought it, obviously, that they made a second one. And like I said, I've always wanted to watch it just because 1, I love pirates, 2, I love Pirates of the Caribbean, and 3, and porn's sometimes fun to watch. Maybe it has a great story in between some, fun, sexy times. Anyway.
All right, you got the next one.
All right, this is the next and last one is called The Lost Dog. It says you can go to a con alone and make friends while you're there, but make sure your actual, what in the world is this spelling? Hang on. Make sure your actual friends. Oh my God, I can't.
I can do it.
Lord. No, it's good. I got it. It's okay. Make sure you're actually friends before you try to follow them into their hotel room. Lord.
AKA Platypus Girl.
Platypus Girl.
Have you ever heard the Platypus Girl story that Sparrow told a long time ago?
I know that I've heard it, but it's been so long. Go ahead and tell it to me.
I don't remember it like word for word. I just know that she got followed up to her room and this girl would like not leave her alone. So I kind of just like secretly want to hope that Platypus Girl shows up at a con that I'm at just so I can say that I've seen her.
That's hilarious. Does Sparrow have a picture?
Possibly.
Oh, God. Oh, no, I just wondered if like she had a picture or something of Platypus Girl.
I'm trying to think. Platypus Girl, I'll have to ask her which episode that was on, but that's one you have to listen to because it's such a great story. And I try to bring it up.
I can't remember though.
I try to bring it up as much as I can with her because it makes her uncomfortable.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Poor Sparrow.
Poor Sparrow. Now, there's a whole onslaught of more of these to go over, but we're going to save that for part 2, which means you'll get another episode of us reading emails and then going over the rest of this list. And you can definitely count on tons of side tangents, like miles long, as per usual. So if you want to get your email in now, do it. It's talktothemuzzle@gmail.com. I will do first come, first serve. And then you can find us on Twitter at From the Muzzle or X, whatever you want to call it.
Ugh.
So stupid.
See, it makes it look like it's a porn app. So now, like,
It does. It looks like it's like one of those like a strip club. I feel like I'm going into a strip club social media app.
Yes. Oh my God. Like I didn't even notice like it changed until I was like, where is my Twitter? And then I looked and it's just this X. And I'm like, what is that? And I looked and I was like, well, this is just Twitter. And I'm like, oh my God. I thought I
have a friend
accidentally
that
downloaded, like,
refuses to
porn.
update their app because they don't want to have the X. And so they're still showing like,
that's
the Twitter,
funny.
everything. And I'm like, oh,
Bless.
bro, it's going to change. You're not going to have a choice at one point.
Yeah, it's going to make you change. It's funny because who owns Twitter? Isn't Elon Musk, right?
Yeah.
So he is upset that everybody like refuses to call it X. People just call it Twitter.
Yeah.
But, like Elon Musk has a transgender daughter that he refuses to like acknowledge or like use correct pronouns or preferred name or anything like that. So like it's so ironic because like it's like guys, it's called X, not Twitter anymore. Shut up. And it's like, oh well.
And you know what
That's a little
kills me?
ironic.
This is what kills me the most. So Twitter wasn't making money when he first bought it. Twitter was really, really like in bad shape, like financial wise. They were just not doing what they could do. And then Elon comes in and basically strips it down and makes all these changes. And I just read an article the other day that they're starting to show that they're going to be breaking even soon. And I'm like, oh, that makes me so angry that he came in and he stripped what was so good. And he's actually making a profit off of this now. And I hate it, but I love using the app. So it's like I'm having this hate relationship right now. You know, I love you, Twitter, but I hate you. And I will not call it X ever.
I will also not call it X. It's Twitter.
It is Twitter. There'll always be a Twitter. Do you have anything you want to say before we go?
I don't think so. I think
I'm
we've said
hungry.
a lot. Are you home? We'll go eat. I'm
Yeah.
thirsty. I'm going to go drink some water or
That
something.
sounds good. Or some alcohol.
Well, no, I don't think I'll do that. I had a milkshake before we started. So
yeah, it's too late.
And I work in the morning, which is gross. So also, hey, I actually have Thursday available, I think.
This Thursday?
Yeah.
You want to record this Thursday?
I don't care if you want to record this Thursday. That's fine.
Is there anything going on this Thursday that I know of? Not that I know of.
I mean, if not, that's
Thursday
totally
works.
fine too. Oh, okay, cool. So we'll shoot for Thursday.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. It's a date.
Cool. We're going on a date. Yay.
Yay.
Thanks everyone for listening in, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you. Love you all. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.